Okay, so this is going to be my little video journal blog of my experience with Ampyra and what it is doing for me. I received it yesterday about 3 o'clock, and I took my first pill yesterday, I guess about 6:45. I was a little hesitant at first. I was a little nervous, mainly because of what all my MS friends were telling me about the side effects and what they had experienced when they first took it. But knowing me and knowing how my body was, or how my body is, I should say, I tend to take to medication pretty easily, so I just decided to go ahead and do it. And when I took it, I really, for the first couple of hours, I really didn't see any kind of effect because I was sitting down and I was writing and I was doing a lot of computer work, so I wasn't up and moving around. But after a couple hours, when I was getting ready for bed, I had got up, and it was just amazing to me because as soon as I stood up, I had no back pain at all. And I've been having back pain for 3 or 4 years now, and it was a constant thing. It was to the point where I couldn't even stand up, where I was feeling like I was going forward and I would have to sit down. So that was the first major thing that I noticed. And as I stood up and went to walk, I noticed it was so much easier for me to pick up my legs and step forward like it was before I got diagnosed, or before I went through my relapse, I should say. It got to the point where it was feeling like my legs were 50-pound weights, and they were stuck and glued to the floor to where I couldn't lift them up and move. It was just too painful, and it was more frustrating than anything else, and it felt like I was stuck in one spot, and that added to my back pain as well. And I noticed that it was a lot freer for me to move, and it was just effortless for me just to walk from point A, from here to my bedroom. And then even getting up into my bed, I noticed it was a lot easier for me to lift my legs and to move around in bed, to adjust my legs and my feet and whatnot. And last night probably was the first night in a couple of years that I slept so well. I slept all through the night, and I didn't have any problem with insomnia. I slept like a baby, and I felt rested. And when I got up this morning, I just popped up out of bed, and I felt like I had so much energy, and I wasn't tired, and I was able, when I was getting into the shower, I was able to actually lift my leg up and over the rim of the tub and into the other side of the rim, into the tub itself. Whereas before, I would lift up my leg halfway and I would drag it up and over into the other side of the tub. And this time, I was able to actually lift up my leg and put it onto the other side of the tub. And so that was a great accomplishment for me. And I noticed that my balance was a lot better. It was a lot easier for me to maintain. And even when I got out of the shower and I got dressed, I had so much energy, I actually mopped my floor without having any back pain, with standing up and actually using the mop to push. And I didn't have any back pain, and even after I was done with it, I was still able to feel like I had all this energy, but I didn't want to overexert myself because I know what my limits are and I didn't want to push it. But that is a great accomplishment for me, and so far I know it hasn't been more than a day, but I'm just amazed that I'm seeing this great of an improvement so fast. And I know that as I get more of it in my system, and even when I was exercising this morning and riding my exercise bike, I was able to go 10 minutes longer than what I was able to do before. So that is a great accomplishment as well. And so I know that as it works itself into my system and builds itself up, I know it's just going to get better, and my legs are going to get stronger, and I'm going to feel so much better. But I just wanted to journal my progress and let everybody know how well, for me, that it's working. It's like a whole new experience, and I'm so thankful. So I will be reporting back every day, and as I notice things, I'll share them. So far so good. So we'll see what tomorrow brings.